Kid got heart.
In school, he got the vision. This Down to Talk.
Hustler's edition.
Welcome back to the channel, guys. My name is Tony.
I'm King K.
And this is Down2Talk.
Yes, sir.
I want to thank each and every one of y'all for coming to the channel, stopping by and showing love. If y'all are new to the channel, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. We got content just like this dropping every single week, if not the next week. So don't forget to stop by. This week we have a very special topic, and we know we say it every week, but every week is new and special in itself. And what we're going to be talking about that separates the successful people from the people that kind of stay in that average mindset. So, without getting, a lot further into it, without spoiling it, we're going to be talking about the ambition of a hustler. So don't forget to stick around and listen to those new things that you might not know about.
Facts. I mean, when I hear ambition and I hear hustler, I always think of my mom. Back when we used to live in Guns Point, she used to always tell me this story. She used to always say, Devontae, I always sit at the end of my bed counting pennies. And that story always stuck with me. And now, she's a part owner of 2 households. So that really symbolized as ambition and a hustler. But she's not here to talk about it. We have somebody else to talk about it, a special guest, my main man, James Perryman.
What's going on?
Yes, sir. Welcome.
Glad to be here, man. Glad to be here.
For sure. So, tell us about yourself, man.
My name is James. I was born and raised in Detroit, Michigan. I moved from Detroit to Atlanta. Got married to my beautiful wife. Lived there for 5 years, and we ended up moving to Houston. So here I am. Did 8 years in the service.
Okay.
I was in the Navy. That's a whole nother episode. But so here I am in Houston.
Okay.
Yeah.
And from what we understand, you have a business.
Yes, sir. I am trying not to be a entrepreneur serialist.
Gotcha.
Meaning, I have so many thoughts that I could pick it up and start a business. So I just have 3 that I'm mainly focused on.
Okay. So, what was some of the life experiences or your particular life experience that gave you that hustler's mentality?
There's been several instances. Going back to my childhood, I stayed a couple blocks from an elementary school, and some of my friends broke into a school and they stole a box of tissue. I have no understanding why they could do that, but I had friends selling tissue, bringing me the money back. So that was the initial start. While in the military, my ship, CVN 71, Theodore Roosevelt, we ended up going smokeless, tobacco free. We was one of the first ships to do that in the military. I had a young lady mail me the huge box of Frosted Flakes, but it was cartons of cigarettes. I was selling packs of cigarettes for $75 a pack. I really thought I was doing something, but 2 of the guys who kept purchasing packs of cigarettes were selling them $20 a cigarette.
A cigarette?
Per cigarette.
Hey, that's dang.
Yeah. So that led me on, and I kept looking for more stuff. So that was the start.
Yeah, that's what's up. But the phrase "by any means necessary," I know Malcolm X. He always used that in his speeches for his followers to give them a mindset of we need this done now. So in your own words, from your personal experience, what does "by any means necessary" means to you?
I take that phrase, I try to use it only when necessary, because it pushes you to a certain point. But what it means for me is you will not be denied.
Right.
You will reach whatever goal, again, by hook or crook. There's no right way, no wrong way. You will reach the goal that you're implementing.
Right.
So when I use that, it's no rules applied, whatever it takes.
Okay. And did you have that person that person in your life that you always looked up to, who you wanted to kind of emulate as far as they having that type of ambition?
Vaguely. I had a cousin, an older cousin. His name was Glenn. He never worked a day in his life. Never worked for nobody, ever.
Wow.
He never sold drugs. Nothing he did was illegal. When I was coming up, what I noticed he would do is, you ever seen these kids, they may be at your gas station, the grocery store, or even at the red lights, and they're selling candy bars.
Mm-hmm.
That's what he would do. I mean, he would go from city to city, driving a van full of kids, and that's all he did. So I knew that you didn't necessarily have to work for somebody.
Right.
And he had nice cars, nice house, and all that. Yeah. Man. So I knew it was something too.
Right.
Wow.
He was on to something.
Yeah.
On to something, right? So we all know you're not born with this mentality. You know, it's something that is created. So how can one person, develop that mindset, like that ambitious, that hustler mindset?
Great question, King K. I would say that there's actually a two-way street to that. Some people are born with it.
Yeah.
Right out 6, 7 years old, they hustling.
Yeah.
Again, it may be from one extreme to the next due to their situation. Moms may be in a certain state of mind to where they have no other choice.
Right.
But I look at it in so many different layers. I once worked at Frito-Lay, never late. I always try to be a half hour early to anything that I'm doing.
Right.
So I get to work early, the parking lot is filling up, and we're going to punch in and start our shift, and there's chains on the door.
Yeah.
They just up and told everybody they have no more job.
Wow.
And it was dudes who been there 20-something odd years and couldn't retire due to the place just closing. So I always made in my mind that I would always have something extra. I could always be doing something extra. So that actually stuck with me, and I live by that creed.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, in today's age, you have to have that kind of mentality, because with the way things going, everybody kind of realizes now that you can't rely on one source of income.
Correct.
But you couldn't do that before. That's just the way that we were living. So
To actually piggyback off that last question, how can somebody develop that ambitious mindset? Like I always say, I used to be like 300 pounds, right? So I didn't get to 240 by just laying around chilling. I had to create that mindset. I had to create that person inside of me to go and get that. You know what I'm saying? To lose weight, change my eating habits. I had to be disciplined to accomplish that goal. So I feel like, to me personally, I don't think people are born with it. I think it's a certain thing that you experience in life to accommodate that mindset. So.
And I'm agreeing with you. So you just made mention of 2 or 3 things. So you stated how it's discipline, how you had the need to change. All those things also are encompassed on the entrepreneur, the hustler's ambition.
Right.
My birthday is in February. I hit a huge milestone in sales for my birthday. I just turned 50 in February. So I did a 50% off sale. This is the most sales I ever did in a day. The sale was only for a day. I reached my highest number of sales per profit in one day. I could easily fail better.
Yeah.
No, you have to keep. Now I'm trying to outdo that number every day. So it's always something that you are challenging yourself and pushing yourself and driving yourself. Also, I want to make mention of, while I was in the military, you said a childhood friend, where did I get the drive from, or who did I look up to? This guy I met in the military. His name was LaVenture Little. He stays out in Baltimore. We were restricted to the ship, and I'm watching him. We just parlaying in the room and whatnot. But everybody's coming up to him, just handing him money. And he handed him something. I don't see what it is, but there's too many people coming down here. I'm talking like back to back to back. So the crowd dies down, and I'm like, dude, what are you doing? And he was like, I'm selling oils. And I'm like, what you mean you sell? I never heard of this before. So it was scented oils, your Egyptian musk and anything that's cologne oriented in an oil. And then when I say he was making so much money, man, hand over fist, and he was just sitting there. He wasn't chasing nobody. He wasn't. So I'm like, man, teach me the game, Ghost. You know. So and it was simple. He told me where he would go get the product from. So that was in 1992.
Wow. Hey, I was born in 1992. I'm telling you. But from learning that from him, I've been doing this since then. Yeah. And
when I tell you, man, that was so it became a point anywhere on the East Coast. If somebody was buying oils, they was buying from me. I would set up packages. Here, you give me this, I'll give you that, and you go do your thing. So this may be again order for you guys. Some of you at home may know Wu-Tang Clan. I love Wu-Tang, right? So at the point in time, it was really hot in the prime '93 era. So they would have these chew sticks. They were like barks of wood, little twigs, and they chewed on. It's actually, I believe it's within Islam, but then you chew on a stick and you are submitting your prayers. It also cleans your teeth, keep your breath healthy as well. But I would buy a bag of these sticks for $7, and it might be 60-some sticks in there. So I would break the sticks and sell them for $1. Man, I was killing them. So once I came home, I got out the service in 93, 97, 94. 94, I got out of the military. So everybody knew me for selling oils.
Right.
So the question kept coming to me, hey, can you do the cologne and perfume? And I had no idea how to, this wasn't internet time. This wasn't one touch of the button. That's why I don't understand. Dude, now? That's why I went to say, I try not to start so many businesses. Bro, right now I have a diaper line. If I push the button, it's starting the process right now. It's nothing with my name on it, but I see a huge void, and it's so profitable. But let's go back to the oils. So they would ask, hey, can you get the cologne perfume? So I was like, man, I can't right now. He was like, no. So the questions kept coming. Dude, my friend at the time, she was from New York. She worked for Delta. And she was like, I can get you down to New York for $25. Say less. We can one tomorrow. No internet, no MapQuest. She wrote down the instructions. I've never been to New York before. Flew to New York, went to Canal Street, and for each pillow that's on this couch, it's a different shop. If you don't like their price, you go to the next one, go to the next one, go to the next one. So I ended up linking up with this guy, man, and from that point, we took off. So, like I said, she would fly me out for $25. I would go 2-3 times a week, right? So I'm in one shop and went to another shop, and the prices were extremely lower than what I was getting from my first club. And he saw me in there. He started crying and was like, I'm sorry, please, man. I'll drop the prices, because he knew he messed up. Because I was really spending bread, bro. So I left him alone, and to this day, I can call this guy, man, and my package is on the way. Yeah. So that's how I got off into the cologne perfume.
By the way, everybody, this is the blueprint of hustling right here, right? This guy
from A to Z. This is like instructions of what you should be doing if you haven't started, any kind of hustle from now.
If I may, and I don't want to drag it out. So back in those times, no internet, right? So I would just pay attention, sit back and watch. So every so often when I'm in these different shops, a guy will come in with a backpack and give them a folder. So I didn't know. I asked, hey, can I get a copy of that folder? But again, that was the blueprint. He couldn't no, this not for you, So Buddy leaves, I ran, snatched the backpack off, keep going.
Yeah.
I had all the phone numbers, all the emails, all the contacts right then and there, bro. I would dumpster dive. If I saw them go throw something away, boxes with the numbers not scribbled out, not cut off, I'm in that dumpster. I need to know what y'all know.
Yeah.
So that's another thing that just, September 10th, 2001. I'm in New York, doing my due. So I was like, you know what, man? I'll just come back tomorrow. It cost me he don't know it cost me $25, but I'll just come back tomorrow. He was like, man, you can stay tonight. I got a spot in Manhattan. I'm like, no, I'll just go to the crib. So I went home, back to Detroit. That morning, my pager going off, phone going off. I'm like, what's going on? That was the September 11th.
Right.
I had just escaped, bro. I was gonna stay the night at Buddy's place just to continue business. I still got my ticket framed. I framed my ticket. Yeah, because I was blessed to come home. And that was 3 blocks from the World Trade Center. I mean, yeah, the big one.
Wow, man. That was a crazy story from beginning to end. That was wild. But in saying all of that, is there anything in particular that you feel like, our followers or your followers would benefit from when it comes to that ambition from a hustler?
I would say yes. Be prepared to be told no. That doesn't mean you stop. Again, going with the concept of by any means necessary. If this is your goal, if somebody tells you no, you just figure out a different way to ask or a different way to go around or go about getting the task done. So I'm a barber. I cut hair, so that's how I came out with Joe Finn Collection. So Joe Finn is my father. The orange in Finn is because my mom was born in Orange, Texas. So this is an ode to my parents. It has my mother incorporated and my father. So I have a beard grooming line. And I started that from cutting hair. Guys, back then I started the company in 2016, and beards weren't as popular at the time. You could go to Walmart or any big Target and you might have 3 products because it wasn't as popular. But now we got 3 aisles in Target. Right. So it shows you the growth. Yeah. But again, I've been told no a million times. I don't listen to it. It actually fuels me because now I've had people tell me no and they end up buying from me and didn't know it. So when I see them on the next go around, I'm like, what's up?
Yeah.
I remember you told me no. It's okay. So again, just stay with it. I don't care what it is. Deep dive into whatever it is you're trying to learn. YouTube University, free classes. If you need to take classes anywhere, you're only investing in yourself, which will pay out in the long run.
That's big, man, and that's deep. One of the things that he said that really resonated was be prepared to hear no. So, if there's something like he said that you really wanted to do, then somebody saying no it only motivates you. With that being said though, that pretty much wraps up this episode. Thank y'all again so much for stopping by. If y'all like this content, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. We have content just like this. So don't forget to stop by. Thank y'all again so much for tuning in. Catch us next week or the week after. This is
Down to Talk.